I don't understand what we're witnessing. I don't get every single year, somehow, some way, Nikola Jokic continues to get better every single season. Every year, we start off every single summer. Surely Jokic cannot top last season. Surely there's no way that you get better from where you were last year. Surely there's no way that when you go from 26, 10, and 8 in your first MVP season, 28, 14, and 8 in your second MVP season, and then you have 25, 12, and 10 on 70 true shooting in 2023, and then you go to 24, 26, 12, and 9, another MVP, and then last year, you put up 30, 13, and 2, your top 3 in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. You have maybe the greatest offensive season of all time. And then you shoot 62% from 2. You shoot 44% from 3. You shoot 80% from the free throw line. And you carry a team with really good players in the starter, but they were injured as crap, to the second round versus one of the greatest teams of all time. They lose. And every year there's always this thing where these casuals, these people on Twitter, these they every year try to pick out things. Well, if Jokic was really this good, then this wouldn't be happening. He would have 12 championships. Then these things, it doesn't matter. 40, 15, and 5, the only 40-point game versus the best defense ever, doesn't matter. Then he comes into this season with the best team he has ever had, ever. And literally, in this game, the dude loses Cam Johnson and Christian Brown. I don't think people understand the way Jokic started the game off today. Jokic had 25 points to open the game. 25. And just so people understand how unprecedented even just the start of today's game was, Jokic today, when he had 25, 5 and 1 in the first quarter, that is the highest scoring opening quarter by a center in the history of the NBA. That is the highest scoring opening quarter by a center in the history of the NBA. And why is that relevant? Because literally today, I put out a tweet talking 6 years. He is the best scorer in basketball. He's the best scorer in basketball. If you look at the last 6 years, 26 a game on elite efficiency no one else is touching. In the playoffs, last 5 playoffs, elite volume and elite scoring and elite playmaking, elite rebounding. And I'm telling you, you saw so many casuals come out of the chatterbox yapping, talking about there's no way if Jokic was really this great scorer. I'm talking today, as of this morning, if Jokic was really that great of a scorer, then he would have more volume. If Jokic really cared about scoring, he would have more volume. If Jokic really was having this great of a year, he'd be putting up more shots. And then literally, I gave the details that going into today, I just want y'all to get the picture. I just want you to understand. Going into today, he was averaging 26.2 points per game. League average true shooting is 58.3. He was shooting so good. He's averaging 26 on plus 16.5 relative true shooting. He is shooting 16.5% better than the rest of the NBA going into this game. And then almost as if he read my tweets. Almost as if he caught wind of the casuals. Almost as if he just realized that even with 5 straight all-time great seasons, even with 5 straight top 2 MVP finishes, even with 3 MVPs, even with the greatest offensive season from one individual player we've ever seen, even with last year being the only player ever to put up 2 40, 15, and 5 games in an NBA playoff series, even with starting this year off, averaging 26, 13, and 12 on 75 true shooting, even with all that, even with the casuals were hating like the cave goblins that they are, even with the fact that the NBA itself, the GMs and the coaches and players are telling you this is one of the 10 best players we've ever seen. Kevin Durant said this last year. Literally, the GM starting the year off, 20 GMs and 20 NBA execs were polled. 19 said he's the best in the world. Even with all that, it doesn't matter. Because we don't think he's the best in the world because we don't like the way that he plays. We don't think that he plays in a way that is as dominant as other historically great players. It's all finesse. It's all this and that. Well, guess what? You can't stop it. Nobody's been able to stop it. Let me tell you how great this dude is. Zubac came into the game known as the Jokic stopper. And not only did the Clippers get Ivica Zubac, they then got Brook Lopez to be the backup center for specifically to play against Denver. So that when they played Denver, they would have at all times at least one good to very good to elite defensive center on the court. Even with them doing that, it didn't mean a lick of a difference. Because through 3 quarters, yes, you heard that right. Through 3 quarters, yeah, you heard that right, casual. Through 3 quarters, yes, register that in your brain. Through 3 quarters today, Nikola Jokic had 52 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. By the way, on 17 of 22 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3, 13 of 14 from the free throw line, on a 90 true shooting. Even with all that talking and all that hating, you got to realize every single time y'all doubt this man, he levels up. Every time one of us that watch this team on a daily basis, and I cover the team professionally, this is my job. Those of us that watch this team every day, we know and we witness greatness daily. CT. Face-up game was the last piece of the puzzle for him. Looks like he worked on that. CT. You want to talk about middies over the shoulders, runners, floaters, pull-up threes, post work, post footwork, you name it. Jokic literally did it all. Literally did it all. I'm telling y'all, man, like the level that this dude has gotten to is literally unprecedented. We have never seen a player do the things that Nikola Jokic is doing. We have never seen a player dominate basketball the way Jokic is doing. And let me tell you how nasty it is. Let me tell you how nasty it is. I have people in these group chats that I'm a part of through work, that I get my name mentioned in random stuff like, yo, why Swipa always glazing Jokic? Why Swipa always making up? I'm not making nothing up. I'm telling y'all, all you got to do is open your eyes and watch. Literally turn the game on. This is versus, historically, the best Jokic defender in the sport in Ivica Zubac. This is versus, historically, the best defensive team versus Jokic historically. This is it. 52-11-6 through 3 quarters. That's what it was. And then for the game, I'll share the whole thing for you. Today, in this game, Nikola Jokic had 55 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. By the way, his numbers are dropping. The numbers for rebounds and assists and steals, they're dropping because of today. That's how great he's been. 55 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 of 6 from 3, 13 of 17 from 2, 14 of 16 from the free throw line. And what do you know? On a 91.5 true shooting and a plus 28 in 34 minutes of basketball. Plus 28 in 34 minutes of basketball. I'm telling y'all, man, what you're seeing is unprecedented. And I'm sick. I am sick of every time Nuggets fans and every time people that watch this team play and have watched Jokic since 2015, every time we have tried to tell y'all, every time we've tried to talk to you about what he is constant pushback. You didn't think he was top 5 in 23 until he won a title. And then he had to average 30, 13, and 10 on the way to a title. Best offensive playoff run we've ever seen. It didn't matter. Do you realize, I want y'all to know this. Do you realize that Rudy Gobert and Ivica Zubac and Victor Wembanyama are all the best defenders in the NBA for bigs, for Jokic? And he is obliterating all of them at a historic level. Last year, no Jamal Murray, no Michael Porter Jr., 61, 10, and 10 versus Rudy Gobert. This year, because last year in the playoffs, he averages 24, 12, and 10 versus the Clippers. That wasn't good enough. So then what he does this year, he opens up his performance versus Zubac with 55, 12, and 6, and 1 and 1. Oh, by the way, how is Jokic now performing on the year? I'm so glad that you asked. Take a look at this. So after tonight, Nikola Jokic is averaging 28.8 points a game, 13.1 rebounds a game, 10.9 assists per game. He's shooting 68% from the field, 41.7% from 3, 85.9% from the free throw line, and a 77.3 true shooting. And we are 11 games into the season. Y'all making me lose my voice. You're making me lose my voice. We are 11 games into the year. He's giving you 29, 13, 11, 2 on 68, 42, 86 splits for a 77 true shooting. And by the way, Jokic is leading the NBA in plus minus. And he's played 2 less games than Shea and A.J. Mitchell. 2 less games than Shea and A.J. Mitchell. in case of a while. Look at this. You got Jokic and then 3 OKC Thunder. Now, this is the common theme right here. This is one of the greatest teams of all time. One of the greatest teams of all time. And there's Jokic. One of the greatest teams ever, right here, 12-1. And then Chet Holmgren only played 9 games, and he's a plus 125. So literally, the OKC Thunder have 5 players, all in the top 10 in plus minus. And then there's Jokic at plus 168. He is a man on an island of his own. And I'm going to say this very clearly. Very clearly. And I want everybody to listen to me. There is not one player in the NBA as good as Nikola Jokic. There is not one player in the NBA as impactful as Nikola Jokic. There is not one player in the NBA that can score like Nikola Jokic, pass like Nikola Jokic, play make like Nikola Jokic, and rebound like Nikola Jokic. There's not one. One. And let me tell you how nasty these people are. I shared some simple analytical stuff today, BPM, win share plus 48, all this stuff. Like, well, look at the defensive box plus minus. Surely he's not having that great of a... Okay, now, did you watch again tonight? The defense was phenomenal from Jokic today. The offense is just so good and it's so unprecedented that it covers what he's doing on the season. Again, y'all, this year, after this game, 29, 13, 11, and 2 on 68% from the field, 42% from 3, 86% from the line, 77 true shooting. Y'all, we are not, it is over. The best player in the world talks are over. I truly appreciate Giannis. I appreciate Shea, Luka, Wemby. I remember 3 weeks ago when Jokic had a bad shooting game versus the Warriors, y'all were trying to write him off. And ever since that point, he has put the NBA on a map. On a map. And ever since that game versus the Warriors, have you know, ever since the Warriors game, let's just for fun, just to put it out there, ever since that game, Jokic is averaging 30, 13, 11, and he's doing this on 73% from the field, 51% from 3, and 87% from the line on an 82 true shooting. 10-game stretch. 10-game stretch. Oh, and he's a plus 178 over the last 10 games. 10-game stretch. 82 true shooting at 30 points a game. I'm telling y'all, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't. So there will be people that are going to hate on this. There will still be people all year that will hate on Jokic. There will still be plenty of you cave goblins who will find a way to hate on this man. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of the 10 best players that's ever touched the sport. And you really, as I will, and as folks that actually appreciate basketball, we will continue to literally enjoy a player that we will probably never, ever, ever see again in the history of the sport. He's that good. He's that great. It's phenomenal, man. That's it. It's truly phenomenal, y'all. The Denver Nuggets, man, they get a win. This was a scary game for some sense. It really looked like Christian Brown might have hurt himself tremendously, but thank goodness he got back into the game. He went out, came back into the game, but they took him out. They just didn't want to risk it. Cam Johnson got like a little forearm injury today. They took him out. They only played 7 minutes and 16 minutes, but thank God for Tim Hardaway Jr., Spencer Jones. Like, they took care of those roles very well. Nikola Jokic, 55 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Who cares, right? Plus 28. Aaron Gordon, 18 points, 2 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds. He was 6 of 12 from the field. Dominant game. Plus 28 in 30 minutes. Phenomenal. And then Jamal Murray, not the greatest of all games, 5 of 16, but 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Did have 4 steals, was a plus 11. And by the way, down the stretch of the 4 quarters at the top, he extended the lead. He played a lot better in the fourth quarter. Thank you, Jamal, for that. That made a difference because that gave them some breathing room. And then Jokic, when he came back into the game, didn't have to do everything. But Jamal had 8 points at the top of that fourth quarter. Tim Hardaway Jr. is it. Like that. It's Tim Hardaway. It's Tim Hardaway. It's Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway Jr. is literally like a saving grace for this team. He was a plus 24 off the bench today, y'all. And that shooting that he brings to this team is literally like something they haven't had. Even KCP didn't get him up like this. He had 12 points. He had 3 assists, great decision-making, 1 steal. He was 3 of 5 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and 3 of 7 from the field. But, y'all, when I tell you that Tim Hardaway Jr. and Nikola Jokic have developed an elite two-man game, when you trap Jokic, Tim Hardaway Jr. is right there. When you overload on Jokic, Tim Hardaway Jr. not only standing off ball, but moving off the ball, finding the lane. And his ability to catch the ball high and release high, he had 2 more threes like that. Catch the ball high, release high. He got a 4-point play off that today. Literally, the team would be, and I don't mean this like in a small way, just not only from a shot-making standpoint, from simple fact that he's there, this team would be considerably worse without Tim Hardaway Jr. He was that important today. Peyton Watson, 22 minutes, just 2 points, really good defense today. Got a great block on Zubac. Bruce Brown, great energy, great defense. He had 4 rebounds, 2 points. Jonas Valanciunas was excellent. And again, y'all, Brook Lopez got 3 fouls on him right away. Jokic got 3 fouls on Brook Lopez in the last 5 minutes of the first quarter. Zubac got foul issues today. Brook Lopez off the bench, he had 4 personal fouls. Zubac had 2, and this is the biggest difference with this team this year. Having to contend with Nikola Jokic and then Jonas Valanciunas coming off the bench, that is going to be a nightmare for teams because there's so much physicality inside. Jonas Valanciunas today, he only had on the board 3 rebounds. He had an offensive rebound, but multiple possessions where he was creating other looks at the rim in just 10 minutes played. He was a minus 10. Like, the bench wasn't good. The minus 10 and stuff, that happened all, like, at the top of the second quarter. When Jokic went out of the game at the end of the first quarter, the Nuggets were up 4. And I believe the Clippers, when Jokic went out, I want to say they went on a run of like, let me check. Let's see. Jokic went out at 39-35. Jokic got back in the game. The Clippers went on a 17-4 run in 4 minutes and 58 seconds of playtime. And the score went from 39-35 to 41-49. So it went from 39-35, 41-49, and then it extended even more. Jamal Murray was minus 17 in his first 11 minutes of the day. Then Jokic came in, and then they got back in the game. And they just fought through the rest of it. But Jonas Valanciunas, man, like, he's such a big addition for this team. He has 6 points and a rebound and an assist in the fourth quarter. Like I said, him and Jamal are the one that turned the tide on that. But, y'all, the biggest thing is the Nuggets, they just keep winning. And that's the good thing. They won 6 in a row. They're 9-2. They're 2 games behind OKC. They played 2 less games than OKC. I mean, this is going to be that is the clash. That's the NBA clash this year. That's going to be the NBA clash. OKC versus Denver is going to be the story of the season. And I mean, I can't wait to get to it, y'all. Honestly, Beast46, you've been following this channel for years, bro. I really appreciate you. I appreciate how loyal and how constant you've been in here, man. I really appreciate it. Beast46, $5 super chat. Thank you for this. Jokic is not real. I thank God every day I get to see Jokic play, best in the world. Look, I'm with you. Like, being from Denver, I never thought we would have a player like this, Beast46. Never. And the Nuggets have one. Usos and essays. If I got that right, I'm sorry. If I didn't, I apologize. $5 super chat. Keep doing what you keep doing. What at you doing, Swipa? You're the go-to Nuggets coverages. Hey, look, I appreciate you. I'm just trying to make sure I do this every day. Do it diligently. Make sure I give you good content, both entertaining and informative. But y'all are amazing, man. Like I'm telling y'all are amazing. There's 2,400 and there's 2,400 people watching this live. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. We're growing the YouTube platform every single day. We're on the way to 15,000 subscribers, y'all. This is one of the very best parts of my day, talking to y'all about what's happening with this Denver Nuggets team. Hit the subscribe button, y'all. Nikola Jokic might be the best player I have ever seen at doing what he does. I mean, it's insane. My favorite player all time is Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Jokic is right after that. Like, this was, like, it's unprecedented watching what he's doing this year, y'all. Swipa gang, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is. I will see y'all on the other side.